Well, thank you very much. Well, the question today is about African rain ceremonies. Can we make it rain or not? Is this true? Is this not? We ran a poll earlier and we asked people, is it true or is it not? And 40%, more than 40% believe that yes, South Africans can make it rain. And then 30% said that no, we can't. And some people said, well, I don't know. Well, we all know weather is very important. Not only is it important because it brings us rain, but it's very important because it's important to the agricultural cycle. It's very integral to it. Without rain, we don't have food. And without food, of course, we are dying. So it's very important. So that's why there's so many rain-making rituals in many parts of the world. It's not only here in South Africa where we've got rain-making rituals. It's everywhere. For instance, the ancient Wu shamans in China actually also believe in making rain from the heavens or from mixing medicines above. The Zulus, well, they've got a lot of tricks up their sleeves. They've got something that's called ukuma, whereby in the traditional doctor, the nyanga would come in a pot filled with fire, boiling with water and other medicines. And then after that, they'll believe that the sweat that is produced from his body, as soon as it touches the ground, that's when the rain would start falling. It's not only the Zulus, it's many cultures as well. And then usually in the Zulus, it was the duty of the king would go and get 10 head of cattle. It's usually black cattle. And the reason for it that it was black cattle was because black signifies the color of good amount of rain. Black is also the color of Mamata's cloud. We know that Mamata's clouds brings us a lot of rainfall amounts. And it's also, unfortunately, combined with very bad weather. But they would do that in belief that the black cattle, the black sheep, or whatever animal that they were using had to be black, so that the color, the rain that comes is heavy rain with a lot of black in it. And something that they would also do, if that fails, if the kings cannot bring rain, if the local rainmakers cannot bring rain, the Zulu kings would then pay 10 head of cattle to the Swazi or the Sotho rulers. The Swazi were known for bringing very gentle rainfall that lasts for many days on. And usually it came from Mamata's cloud. And then you also get the Sotho rulers. The Sotho rulers were known for bringing heavy thunderstorms, very severe thunderstorms with a lot of lightning, very just like the Sothos are. It mimicked what the kind of people that they were. And of course, we have a lot of traditions. We've got the famous Lobedi people, the famous Mujaji queen, who is known for bringing a lot of rainfall to Southern Africa, of which we don't know whether it's true or not. And it's very bad to say that you can dismiss it just because you don't know what is happening. So that's why we need to do a lot of more research into it. Just like Patisa Nyati once explained, he says that the world cannot be explained through the eyes of one culture alone, because we're all living in the same world and there's a lot of cultures, there's a lot of explanations for the same thing. We're all trying to explain weather and where it comes from. So we cannot explain it through the eyes of one culture alone. For instance, if you take a look at lightning, there's very controversial debates about it. Some say that I can go to someone and ask them, give them a bit of money, and then boom, strike my enemies, they are dead. Whereas according to the scientific world, lightning is the result of charges just being balanced in the atmosphere, the positive and the negative. And then a discharge causes lightning, and then that lightning is not really through the work of someone else. But we haven't researched about lightning. Is it true? Is it not? We haven't researched about the African rituals. Are they true? Are they not? So we need more research into such things for us to say that it is working or it is not working. For instance, modern technology can show us many things that, according to some people, are they're full of witchcraft. For instance, you can see the clouds that are happening all over the world while you're sitting in the comfort of your own home. I can see clouds in KZN, Swaziland, right now as I speak to you, that are developing. To someone else who's never seen this, they can say that, no, this is witchcraft. How can you see what is happening in the thousands and thousands of kilometers away? So that is witchcraft. And even the science that we're doing, all of this, we are seeing things that are far away from where you are. It used to be actually called witchcraft because weather seers back in England in about 1677, they were called, it was classified as witchcraft because anyone who's believed to see the future or be able to foretell what's going to happen in the future has witchcraft powers. So even this, before the famous pioneers in science like Galileo, before they came out and said that we have to look at things from a scientific view and not just because it doesn't make sense to you, so therefore it is wrong. So that's what I'm trying to get to. Just because you don't understand African rain ceremonies or how they work on how it is happening doesn't mean that it's wrong. So we need more research into it, more investment into it for us to say that maybe it's wrong, maybe it's right. So So that's where I'll leave it for today. We've got more programs coming up throughout the month of September. We're talking about African ceremonies, and not just African rain ceremonies. We're also talking about what happens in South Africa in terms of weather traditions, whether it be whether it be the harvest period, or of course the famous Mujaji Queen. We've got more people coming up next week and the next weeks just to explain more on that. I'll leave it here for now, and remember, everywhere you go, take the weather with you.